Hi, this is Judy from Handcrafted Greetings, and today I'm going to show you how to make this miniature photo album that opens up into a star that you can hang on your Christmas tree. To make the cover, you'll need to cut a 4 1/8 by 7 1/2 inch rectangle from plain scrapbook paper. You'll need two 3 1/8 inch squares, and I used the Nestabilities square die for this. This is the second to the largest die in my square die set. You'll need 18 inches of ribbon and some good glue. I used tacky glue, and some stamps, and I used the Christmas Memories stamps from the TPC Studios Christmas Phrases set and the reindeer stamp from Hot Off the Presses small stamp set. Use your scoring board to score the cover lengthwise at 1/2 inch and 3 5/8 inches. Then turn the cover and score it at 1/2 inch, 3 5/8 inches, 3 7/8 inches, and 7 inches. Trim the corners from just a little bit inside the line right down to where the scored lines intersect. You're going to want to do this on each corner. This makes the cover come together a little bit nicer. You don't have the bulky overlapping effect. So do that for all 4 corners. Now I'm ready to put my cover together. I'm going to take the two 3 1/8 inch squares, and I'm going to put some glue on those. And you want to get a really good layer of glue on it. I'll take a credit card or something to smooth it out. Okay, and then line it up with the score lines right inside those and stick it down, and you can see what I use for my paper board is a cereal box. They're just the right weight for a cover. And now do the other side. And there we've got the paper board on the insides. And then next we're just going to fold these edges over right on the score lines. So I'm going to add some more glue. I'm going to do the whole edge here. Fold that in. Burnish it down real good. And repeat that for all 4 sides. And you want to make sure you get pretty good coverage on these. Otherwise they won't stick down real well. So just wrap that around the end, burnish it down. And where this little gap in between, just kind of run your thumbnail along there so that you've got a nice little crease there. Now the cover's done, and you can see that it's got that little gap there is for the spine, and we want it to be flexible, so that's why I didn't put a cardboard reinforcement on there. And now it's ready to be stamped. I used the Christmas Memories and the reindeer stamp, and here is my finished cover. Next, we're going to need to put the ribbon on the inside. So open it back up and get your ribbon and some glue. And I just glue right along the middle. And again, a piece of cardboard to just kind of smooth that out. and put that right across the middle. And what I do actually is, yeah, that's about even. A lot of times I'll fold this ribbon in half and put the middle to the middle to make sure that I've got it lined up correctly. And then unfold it, stick that down. And if you bend this backwards, this will make sure that your ribbon is long enough, because the spine needs to bend backward to make the star. So I bend it backward. It also helps you get the make sure that you've cut them lined up so that when you tie them they'll be lined up. So just like that, and then lay it flat. And if you kind of push it down onto the glue, you're going to have a little bit of a gap here, and that's okay. You need to have that gap, that little bump in the ribbon. Otherwise, when you make your star, it'll pull. So that's done, and we're going to set that aside, and next we'll work on the pages. For the album pages, you'll need 3 different patterns of scrapbook paper. I used hot off the presses winter flannel paper pack for mine. You'll need 3 pieces cut at 3 inches wide by 12 inches long, 1 piece cut at 3 inches wide by 9 inches long for your first layer. For the second layer, you'll need 2 pieces cut at 2.5 inches wide by 12 inches long, 1 piece cut at 2.5 inches wide by 10 inches long. For the top layer, you'll need 2 pieces cut at 2 inches wide by 12 inches long, and 1 piece cut at 2 inches wide by 4 inches long. Next, ink the edges of your paper, and for this paper pack I chose Dusty Concord. Use your scoreboard to score the 3-inch wide at 3 inches, 6 inches, and 9 inches. Score the 2.5-inch wide paper at 2.5 inches, 5 inches, 7.5 inches, and 10 inches. Score the 2-inch wide paper at 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 inches. Now we're ready to assemble the first layer of pages. And to do this, you take these pages and fold them on your score lines. So in an accordion fold, and you start it with the first one folded up, and then down and up and down all the way across. You need 2 of these, the 3-inch wide ones, like this. And then the third one, you'll fold the other direction. So the first one will fold down and the second one up. Just like this. So 2 with the white side up, 1 with the colored side up, and this one is shorter, so it just goes in a Z fold like that. And now we're ready to glue them together. I like to use a glue stick because it's easier to reposition. So take the first one, and this one that's in a Z fold, the Z fold, and I'm going to glue those together. So Doesn't really matter which side you put the glue on. And just cover the whole page. You're going to want these to stick together really well. And then what I do is I'll put these two together and make sure that they're lined up, and then I just fold that bottom one up on top there. And you do want these all the way down to the crease, because your papers, the mountain folds, really do need to be lined up. That's pretty important, or you're going to have a distorted star. So there, I folded that together. Next I'll fold these two, and then finally this final fold. So we'll have one big long accordion paper.